2015 with the Rude Man, and we are logging. And we're getting ready to do our big experiment. So let's take a look at where we left off. We planted a tree here to replace the one we cut down. And so I'm just going to leave that here for now. But let's move this guy back up to the farm while we're waiting. It seems like we had the old great demand. We've got $175,000. Is we had a great demand on, was it barley? Barley? No, it was wheat. I think. And we still have one on barley. And we have one on potatoes. So the train station's looking for barley. So let's get back on that before it gets too crazy. So barley it is. We sold our wheat. I think that's what it was that we had a question on, was the wheat. I had a great demand in the other one too, I think. I'm getting confused. Too many maps. That's why I have you guys for, to keep me straight. I think I missed it. It was the other map that I missed a great demand. I needed money, and I started selling all my wheat, I think it was. And I no more got done selling it than there was a great demand for it. At like twice the price. Sucks to be me, I guess. Oh well. It's early in the game. But then again, early in the game's when you want to get those great demands if you can, because that's when you don't have any money. I could have doubled my money. And pretty soon, hopefully, we will, before I get too far in the map, I'm hoping that they get courseplay running, because I miss my courseplay. Alright, there's some barley. Let's load her up. Yeah, it's times like this where I start thinking, man, I need money because I need bigger tractors, I need bigger combines, I need. Now wait a minute though. Yeah, it'd be nice to have bigger tractors and combines, because although this is a logging, I still need to make money. Yeah, I'm still a farmer, and so I'm doing as much logging as I can, but I still need money to buy the bigger equipment and all that kind of stuff. I mean, what's the point of, having all this land and not planting something on it? Maybe what I could do is do the farming offline and just do the logging. But what's the fun of that, huh? I don't know. I'll think about it. You guys can throw me a suggestion if you want to. I might not listen, but I'd like to hear it. I'm just teasing. I make these big speeches, and then I'm just a soft touch when it comes right down to it. How'd that load empty? Go get another one. Whoa, jeez. That's like driving on ice. Speaking of driving on ice, I got to make a big trip tomorrow. It's Friday afternoon right now, and I'm trying to catch up on. I've got a regular farming simulator 15 to post in the morning, and I'm trying to get this one done for Sunday just in case, because I got to get up at dark 100 tomorrow and drive. What normally is about a 6-hour drive, depending on how many stops you make, home to take my dad's car home to him in Yakima from Oregon. And then of course I don't want to stay. I want to turn around and come right back. So it's going to be a long day. It's going to be at least 12 hours of drive. But we've had some winter storms hit already, and we've got ice and snow on the way. So I'm trying to pick a time in the Columbia Gorge where it's not 100-mile-an-hour winds like it usually is, and ice and snow on the freeway. The only thing that really bothers me, I don't mind driving in bad weather. I don't mind ice and snow per se. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't mind driving in any kind of weather if there weren't other people on the road. When I was teaching my kids how to drive, I always told them, what's the #1 rule of driving a car, of learning to drive a car or driving a car? And the #1 rule is everybody else on the road is an idiot, and you got to watch out for them. So I used to tell my kids. So we would get in the car, and I'd say, what's the #1 rule? And everybody's an idiot, Dad. And I said, that's right. You got to watch for them. You got to watch a couple miles ahead of you, a couple miles behind you. Watch to the left, watch to the right, because you never know what somebody's going to do. And so, yeah, this is weather, fun to drive in? No, not necessarily, but it's not scary if there was nobody else on the road. But the Columbia Gorge, the speed limit there is 65, and if there's ice on the road, you'll get these people with four-wheel drives. I can drive 100 miles an hour because I have a four-wheel drive. I don't care if it's icy. Well, I don't care if you got four-wheel drive or eight-wheel drive. You're going to slip on ice. I had the right of way. Make me stop on a hill. Now I'm picking up some steam. If I don't hit that brick wall there. Ooh, I got $200,000. Almost 201. Almost. Almost. Yeah, this is where you spin out when you got a load like this, and you get a little bit of steam built up, and you crank the wheel. Might as well be on ice. You're gonna jackknife. So I'm going to take a bunch of winter clothes. I'm going to take a couple of walkie-talkies. Now, wife and I both have cell phones, so we can use a cell phone, but then you've got to stop and dial it. So we're going to be driving, bumper to bumper between the two of us. Not literally, but you know what I mean. And so I've got a set of Motorola walkie-talkies. Now, I'm a ham radio operator, but my wife's not, so otherwise I'd use a ham radio. But I'll just use the walkie-talkies, and if they don't work, if they work fine. If they don't, no biggie. We can still use the cell phones. But like I say, cell phones are kind of, hard to use when you're 65 mile an hour down the road. And I know some people do it. I really do. I was driving to Portland one time on the freeway, and I looked over. It was early in the morning. I was heading for a doctor appointment. 65 miles an hour on the freeway. 2 lanes going each way. There's a woman in the other lane. Has got her mirror down from her visor. She's got both hands up and she's stretching out and up so that she can get close to that mirror and do her eyelashes, doing 65 miles an hour down the road. And the first question that came to my mind is, how in the hell is she steering? Because I see both of her hands up on her face. What's she steering with? And she did that for, mile after mile. I don't know how long it takes to do eyelashes, but... And I was scared to death. I backed way off. I thought, what in the world? I don't know how you do stuff like that. I don't like talking on a phone when I'm driving. I do have, wireless in my car. So all I have to do is push a button and talk, and I don't have to, do anything. But I don't want to do my eyelashes. If this was not a family show, I'd give you some guesses as to what I think she was driving with. Yeah, just let your mind wander. You'll get it. But anyway, that's what bothers me about bad weather. It's not bad weather, it's other people. And a lot of times, and it's not that everybody's a bad driver. It's not that at all. It's just that you have to drive defensively if you want to be safe. And you never know whether a good driver is going to hit a patch of ice and lose it. It doesn't have to be a bad driver. A good driver can do that too. So I'm going to pack up some warm stuff. I'm going to get my... Oh, I downloaded some music, some new music. I've got 2 or 3 iPods, and I downloaded some new music. I went and got the Awesome mix from Guardians of the Galaxy. So that's going to be kind of cool. And I made me some playlists, so I've got music to listen to. I do have audiobooks, but audiobooks, I want to sit and concentrate and listen to the story. And I don't know how well I'm going to be concentrating driving in icy snow. I've got like two mountain passes to go over. Well, one for sure. I gotta go over Sadis Pass. At least that's a short pass, not a real long pass. So, but the gorge is what's kind of scary right now, because the Columbia Gorge is on the Oregon side is 4 lanes a freeway, 2 going each way, 65 miles an hour, and it's always blowing 100 miles an hour in the gorge. The gorge is where you see these people on the boogie boards with a kite, and they're whipping back and forth up and down the river, because it's always blowing 100 miles an hour, and they can get going 100 miles an hour on these little boogie boards with a kite in front of them. I may not be describing that right. I don't know what they call those things. A windsurfer, I think they call themselves. They're windsurfers. They do a lot of that on the Columbia Gorge. In good weather, you'll go out there and see nothing but what looks like a bunch of sail kites, just whipping back and forth along the river. So it's windy. Well, when it's windy and you're driving 65 miles an hour and there's ice on the road, it's kind of scary. Alright, well, I just got interrupted by my 6-year-old. She thinks the world revolves around her. Well, in actuality, I think it probably does. So, 252,182. So far, so good. I'm gonna have to go over and grab those potatoes. By the time I get home tomorrow night, I'm going to be beat. I'll tell you that. I didn't realize I had this much barley, to be honest with you. Okay, that's the last of that one. A little over half a load. And if I only had horseplay, I'd be off logging someplace right now. Now here's a line of trees right there. The only problem with cutting those down is I think I'm going to have to buy them, actually buy them one tree at a time to replant them. That's why I'm anxious to find out what kind of tree I planted. I could look it up, but I'm lazy. I'll find out when they grow. Or you guys will tell me. You guys. Sorry about that, gals. You people. But that's not even better either, is it? I'll just leave it at you'll tell me what kind of trees they are if I don't look it up. If I don't find out. And if I ask enough times. What the heck kind of tree is that? Well, let me give you your first clue. It's got bark on it. It's kind of ash colored. Now this one I'm not sure, but is that a poplar? I'm not sure. I'll have to look it up. It's in there. It's in there someplace under placeable stuff, a doodle-doo. Placeables. This isn't it. What? Get out of there. Alright, I'm confused now. Let's see. We got placeables. I was in mods. Okay, we have ash trees. We have birch trees. We've got firs. I like the firs, personally. There's maple trees. They all look alike to me. There's oak trees. Man, those are bushy boogers. Yeah, that one is a poplar. That's what I thought. Okay. Answers that question. Those are poplars. You know, I haven't paid attention, but I just wonder if you get different prices for different trees. Could be. That'd be the way to go if they're going to do the game right. I better get to my experiment today. I'll be upset if I don't. Not really. Tomorrow's another day. That's the way I look at it. Not always, but right now that's the way I'm looking at it. I have the right to change my mind. If it's good enough for a woman, it's good enough for a man. Look out. Look. Those guys... Okay, I had the right of way. I'm going to mash you with my trailer. Well, if I could back it up, I would. There, take that. Serves you right. How could that not have been my right of way? And I'm pretty sure... Isn't there a stop sign on their side? There used to be, I think. There used to could. Now, which one of these is potatoes? The first one. Okay. Whee! I'm gonna go and make me some tater salad and potato chips. Is that all? At the train station for potatoes. Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? All right, let's see. Barley. Potatoes. 1.5 or 1.8. I'm going to the warehouse. Heck with you, train station. Yeah, I'm going to the warehouse. Only got this one little load. All right. Come on. I think I can. If I hit another one of the cars with a full load of potatoes, will I have mashed potatoes by the time I get there? I don't know if I've told you before, but mashed potatoes are one of my favorite foods. I love mashed potatoes. With lots of butter, real butter on them. You know those, I told you a story about when I was a kid. We'd go to those buffets, you know, the country buffets where it's all you can eat. And that's the day I was talking about real old people that gum their food and everybody got mad at me. How could you say such a terrible thing? Well, I was just a little kid. That's what I thought. Anyway, when I go to the places like that, we'll go to the table, put your stuff down, grab a plate, and I'll run straight for the mashed potatoes. And I'll get a whole plate of mashed potatoes. Bring it back to the table. Then I'll go back and get salad and ham or whatever it is that's on the buffet. And you've heard me mention several times that I have diabetes, and it's not bad. I don't have terrible, you know. Some people really have bad, you know, health problems with that. Mine aren't terribly bad. I mean, of course it is bad, but mine are not bad. I'm just take medicine and, you know, that kind of thing. But fortunately, I'm not real big on candy, cakes, cookies, that kind of stuff. I don't have, you know, all these cravings for sweets. I like soda pop, but I can drink diet, that stuff. But I don't care much for candy, cakes, cookies. I like a good pie. You know, I like a good pie, but you don't eat pie all the time. Generally at the holidays, I'll have pumpkin pie or an apple pie, or cherry's my favorite. I like cherry pie. I like, what is that, rhubarb upside down cake, or rhubarb cake, or rhubarb pie. Strawberry rhubarb pie is good. But so, hey, we made $274,000. I'm going to park this thing right here, and we're going to get out and do our... Oh, wait a minute. I don't want to do that. Yes, I do. Because I was moving this guy. But we want to do our test. But anyway, yeah, I love mashed potatoes, and that's how I eat them at the buffets. But what I was going to say is... I don't mind eating mashed potatoes and everything else. I've seen some people that will eat like birds because they want to get to the dessert. I'm not one of those kind of people. If I get dessert, fine. If it's somebody's birthday and I get a piece of cake, I love the hell out of it. If it's Christmas and I'm eating, you know, strawberry pie or some other kind of pie, I like all different kinds of pies. I like the cream pies. But other than that, I don't have big cravings for sweets. So, you know, thank goodness, being diabetic. So I don't mind eating mashed potatoes till I get full. I don't wait for the, you know, if I'm too full to have dessert, so be it. It doesn't bother me at all. I'm not paying $20, $30 for a steak and then fill myself up on salad so that I can't eat the steak. That's crazy. Salad's not a food. Push that crap to the side. Give me my steak and potatoes. Anyway, enough said. Let's speed this up. Let's see, it was Control R, I believe. And we're looking at Now, your clock doesn't tell you what day it is. What day is it? We planted these on Monday. Somebody told me it was about 3 days. You know, they were just trying to spoil my experiment, but that's okay. I didn't mind. So today is Wednesday. I planted them on Monday, so there we go. Let's... Woo! And they were right. 3 days, there's a tree. Wow. But now it's too dark. I can't see. Oh. I thought they would be poplar trees or something. Oh, I'm happy as a clam. There we go. Oh, they're fir trees. Oh, thank you, Lord. I love this game. Okay, in the last couple of episodes, you've heard me kind of rag on the game a little bit. And you know I wasn't really ragging. You know, you guys know that. But I take it all back. They gave me good trees. I'm so happy. I'm gonna make a ton of money now. Oh my god, oh my god. I almost dropped my Xbox 360 controller. Yeah, and thank God my leg, my knee's just bouncing. I'm so excited. My right one, because I'm right-handed. The left one hardly works. I have to beat it around. Poor leg. I'm kidding, of course. I'm perfectly healthy. There's nothing wrong with me. Which is fine. You know, I used to have people when I was working, people would say, well, why don't you go on disability? And I said, why would I go on disability? Well, you're diabetic, and you have heart trouble, and you had a stroke, and, you know, whatever has happened to me. And I said, but there's nothing wrong with me. I'm fine. I can work. There's nothing wrong with me. A lot of people have diabetes. You take your medication, you watch what you eat, and you can live a perfectly fine life. You know, and sure, I have a little bit of heart trouble, but nothing serious. I mean, you know, you eat as many mashed potatoes with butter on them as I do, you're going to have clogged arteries. Too bad, so sad. That's the fact of life. But I enjoy living, and I enjoy eating just as much as living, so there you have it. Hang on, let's do this. Whoa! Did I go too far? No, it's 6:25. Perfect timing. Let's get our equipment before it gets too late. Yeah, so I told people, I said, man, don't feel sorry for me. I want to earn my money. I said, at such time that health would put me in a wheelchair, I'll go on disability. But I'm hoping to be well into retirement before that happens. And I'm still going to be eating mashed potatoes. You know, that's another thing. My dad, I've told you, my dad's 92. He'll be 93 in January. And every once in a while I'll get one of my brothers or sisters or nieces and nephews or something. You need to do something about who's taking care of your dad, because, you know, he's eating the wrong kind of food. He needs to eat better. And I said, well, what's better? Well, you know what I mean. He needs to eat more salad and you know, knock off some of the stuff he likes to eat. And, you know, he should be eating pablum, I guess. And, oh, I don't want this guy. And I said, are you kidding me? He's almost 93 years old. Let the man eat what he likes. I mean, you know, really. At 93, how much life do you think he might have left? Let him eat what he wants. You know, if you're concerned about what he's eating, make sure it's prepared well. And here's the other thing. He's 92. You're concerned about him eating. Well, to me, that just means the man's got a good appetite. I hope I have an appetite like that when I'm 92. You know, because I've seen a lot of people, they're, you know, the only nourishment they get is out of a tube. I mean, what kind of life is that? So, yeah, I give him hell. I said, just let him eat whatever he wants. There you go. I guess I'm cruel. All right. Let's see. Now, I've been listening to people that are playing the logging part, and they're complaining that they have to take. I saw several people. Okay, why am I not getting my? There, that's why. I've seen several people that complaining because they have to make a cut and then go get a tractor and push the tree down. No. If you watch a real logger, they'll cut a wedge out so that the tree tips to that side. And so they'll cut one like this, and then they'll cut, like this to make a wedge. And, and they don't all do it that way. What they'll do is they'll cut halfway through the stump, about halfway, and then they'll twist their thing like this and cut it down so that the tree is got this big wedge cut out of it. And if you do it right, it's not necessarily halfway through, but it's not. They don't cut it all the way through this way and then make the wedge. They cut it about halfway through, then make a wedge. Or this is the way they used to do it when I was young. And then they make the wedge, and the weight of the tree, if they do it right, will make it go that way. Well, then they'll come to the back side, and they'll cut the rest of the way across that they didn't cut the first time, and that relieves the pressure of what's holding the tree up, and it starts leaning into that wedge, and then it falls that way. Now, this game isn't necessarily all that good in physics, so it may or may not work exactly like real life, which is okay. But I don't seem to have too much trouble doing, what I want to do with the tree. Let's see if I can. So the only trouble I have is I'm using the 360 controller, and that's the trouble I'm having, because I'm trying to do. You have to hold the control button down to crouch. So that means my left hand's being used, and you have to hold it. You can't let it go. And so let's go. Let's see if we can. Oh shoot! See, I didn't want to do that. Come on. Let's do something like this. And then I don't know if I cut anything at all. I'm trying to do it the right way. And let's do it this way. Oh shit, it's gonna fall on me. So that's where they're saying, oh look, it didn't cut it. We're gonna have to get a tractor and push it down. Well, no, you don't really. Let's see if we can find that where we cut it through and go this way. Oh! Now that's not exactly what I wanted to do, but now that I think about it, I was pushing at this angle. I was going at an angle. But you don't have to have a tractor to push the darn tree down if you do it right. And yeah, you don't necessarily have to, the crouching's kind of hard if you're in a hurry. Let's just go, hell, let's just do it this way. We don't want it to go, I want it to go fall that way. So let's do, rather than crouching, because that's so hard to do, I'm going to get an angle this way. Whoa! Now that didn't work like I wanted. Well, kind of did. Kind of did. I was thinking it would fall the other way, but, thank God I don't have a camera on me. My face is red right now. Alright, that works. That works. See, that's a lot easier. But, notice, I don't have to go get a damn tractor to push a tree over. I just have to be able to run really fast. I love this game. You know, I didn't think I'd like logging, but I'm having a hell of a lot of fun with a chainsaw. And here's another thing. Here's another thing that gets me. Okay, you want to trim those trees? What you're going to do is jump up on the log, start your chainsaw, and run. Whoop, not that way. This way. Now, who in their right mind is going to run with a chainsaw? Especially one that's running. It's like, no, that's not right. Uh-oh, I missed one. Did I get it? Yeah, I got it. And I've seen a couple other people, too, that are having trouble with the equipment like I did. You saw me. I'm getting better, though. You just got to practice with it. And the equipment I'm talking about is this thing right here. I've seen some people have some trouble with this. And it is a little bit difficult to get going, but once you get used to it, it's not too bad. And the other thing that's not too bad is if you have these kind of trees, where you've got, you know, a big long pole, because you can cut it into, you know, 2, maybe 3 logs, and they're not too hard to pick up, because they're straight for one thing, and they don't have a bunch of limbs and stuff on them. But they're having trouble with that piece of equipment, so what they're doing is they're using this piece of equipment for a trailer. And they're getting a front end loader, the front end loader that has the grabby thing on the front. And they're picking up the logs with the front end loader, and they're loading it on there like a trailer. Well, it is a trailer, but they're loading it on there like that, and then they're hauling them off. Eh, more power to them, I guess. Now that's a lot faster than it used to be, right? Okay, now this is my only other bugaboo about this game. Why can't you get a sweet spot, you know, to cut? You gotta... if I want to cut it right there, why can't I cut it right there? That's kind of bugs me, but other than that, I don't get too carried away. It's not a game breaker. Okay, now I can't find it. Why can't you just cut it where you want? And I think, too, it has something to do with where the angle... There you go. I guess you can cut it. You just have to have it in the right angle. But, oh well, never mind. Did that cut all the way through? I can't tell. I think I'm cutting into dirt. I don't know if I cut all the way through or not. Oh well, we'll find out when we go to pick them up, right? Uh-oh. I get a little confused there. Where am I at? Did I cut this one? No. I cut that one. Can't remember. Kind of hard to tell where you cut it. All right, I forgot the controls already. Here I'm. All right, let's spin this thing around and head down. Cut that one a little short, didn't I? Yeah, probably all sell the same. Yeah, cut that one really short. Cut it too short. Maybe these aren't that long. Maybe I'll just cut it in two. Instead, I was trying to get 3 out of them because some of those big ones I was able to get 3 out of, and these don't grow as big, you know. So yeah, I cut these way too short. Right, live and learn. It's a lesson learned. It's a lesson too late for the learning. That's a Neil Diamond song. Oh, shoot. I almost missed that one. Oh, well. What can I say? I'm just a wannabe logger. I'm a farmer pretending I'm a logger. Oh, I missed completely. It's like Lincoln logs. They're, oh, what? Popped right out of my grasp. Well, I'm going to have to get a different angle to get on that one. Let's try to get this one. Now that one's not a bad length, but I'm going to lose it. Yeah, I'm going to lose that if I'm not careful. That one's not a bad length. I'm not doing a very good job of stacking them. I'll tell you that right now. Not very good at all, really. Yeah. Can I scoop it? That's gonna be close. That thing looks like a toothpick. Lost it. Oh, come on. Let's see. Oh, I better put that up. Get down. Get on. Drive around. Okay, so practice. I'm gonna have to practice, and I'll get better. Let's grab this one. Alright, let's open it up, spin it around, open it up some more. Oops, oops, get up, get up, get up, get up. Oh. Well, I had some really good news, and I'm all excited that it's pine trees that you get that grow. I'm so happy about that, and I'm glad nobody told me, because it really would have spoiled. You know, I was waiting for somebody to tell me, because I kept saying I was going to do this experiment, and because I wanted to find out what kind of trees grew and how long they take to grow. I did have somebody tell me it took 3 days, and that's okay. You know, I don't mind. And even if they'd have told me what kind they were, I wouldn't be upset. But I'm kind of glad they didn't. It's kind of like when we first started a family, and you know, people were saying, "So, are you when are you gonna go and find out what you're gonna have?" And I said, "What do you mean?" They, well, when are you gonna go and have the what are they, sonogram? What do they call those things? Where they determine what the sex of the baby is. And I said, well, I hate to tell you, but I hope my babies aren't having sex, right? You know, they're too young; they're not even born yet. And they said, no. When they find out whether it's a boy or a girl. And I said, well, I've already told my doctor I don't want to know. I said, I know you have to do that stuff, you know, for the mother and stuff, but I don't want to know what it is, and neither does my wife. We don't want to know. Because it doesn't matter, for one thing. It doesn't matter. Now, did we, you know, I wanted a girl, and I had a girl. But if I'd have got a boy, it wouldn't have bothered me. And then the next time we got a boy, and then the next time we got a girl, and that's the way it went. But yeah, I didn't want to know. But anyway, I'm running along right now. I'm gonna end the episode here, and when we come back, we'll finish this harvest and replant this field. But I'm a happy camper, happy farming. I'll see you next time. Bye.